Sean Combs, better known as Puff Daddy, P Diddy or just Diddy, is an MC and producer who was born in Harlem, New York in 1969. He founded the Bad Boys record label in 1993 and also the Sean John fashion brand in 1998. In today's video, I'm going to be exploring some of his biggest tracks that he's produced or co-produced, along with the samples used to create them. All the background beats you hear throughout the video are my own productions that you can download on Bandcamp or stream on Spotify. If you could give me a like and subscribe, it would really help me out. Let's check out what the first track is.
Wanna do us, screw us, who us? Yeah, Papa and Papa.
Oh, Ricky, can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
A really famous track there from Biggie off his second studio album, released just before he'd passed away. It hit the #1 spot and has sold over 1 million copies in both the UK and the US. I'm not sure how much input Puff Daddy had on the production, as he's the third person listed on the credits. He could have done a lot, or he may have just found a sample, or just even arranged for Pam Long to sing on the chorus. He was definitely involved in getting the Herb Alpert sample cleared, as Herb Alpert's nephew, Randy, has mentioned this in interviews. Let's see what's up next.
One, 2.
Never lose the passion to go platinum. Said I live it up to all the cash gone.
That track was the fifth single released from Puffy's 1997 album, No Way Out. It is currently listed as selling over 700,000 copies in the US to date. The sample taken from Bill Conti is from the first Rocky film from 1976. As such, Bill Conti has been given a writing credit on the Puffy track. Let's hear the next one. That was the lead single from a second studio album, Keep the Faith, and is a most successful single, selling over 500,000 copies in the US. The sample used from Chic has also given him a writing credit on the track. Chic had been sampled a huge amount of times, probably most famously when the Sugar Hill Gang replayed the bass in Rapper's Delight. Chic weren't originally credited on Rapper's Delight, and Nile Rodgers had to threaten legal action for them to appear as songwriters. If you check the first pressings, there's no mention of them on there. Let's hear what's next up.
My life in the sunshine.
That is partly a direct sample and partly replayed to sound like the original. I'm unsure the reason for this, as the sample has been cleared for use. Samples usually get replayed if they can't get permission to use the original recording. The song was from a second studio album and it reached the #7 spot on the Billboard chart at the time and has sold over 3 million copies. The track from Roy Ayers has been sampled a lot from people including Dr. Dre, Common, Funkdoobiest and Joey Badass. Let's hear the next track. Another combination there of a direct sample and also the lyrics and melody being replayed to sound similar to the original. The Umar, who co-produced the track, consisted of Q-Tip and Ali Shaheed Muhammad from A Tribe Called Quest, along with Jay Dilla. They also sometimes worked with Raphael Sadiq and D'Angelo. The track hit the #1 spot in the US and was a third single to do this in a row. She held this record for 23 years until Ariana Grande beat it. Let's hear what's up next.
You ready, Mace? Party people in the place to be. What you know about going out, head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest?
Bad, 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 bad boy. You make me feel so bad, 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 bad boy.
Yeah.
You make me feel so good.
Bad boy.
That was the debut single from Mace, and it appeared on his album Harlem World, as well as a soundtrack album for the film Money Talks. It reached number 5 on the Billboard chart and has sold over 1 million copies to date. This is another example of replaying the lyrics and melody from another track for the chorus, sung by Kelly Price. Let's hear the next one.
Music lasting, but I just can't quit because one of these homies Biggie got to creep with. I love it when you call me Big Papa, the showstopper. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
That was a huge track and was a second single from his debut album Ready to Die. It sold over 1 million copies and has also sold over 6 million digital copies. A lot of people may not know the Supercat track where the vocal sample was taken from. It was one of Biggie's very first appearances. Let's see what's up next.
I've been had skills, Cristal spill, hot bills in Brazil, about $1 million of ice grill.
That was taken from Puffy's debut album No Way Out. The first sample from Love Unlimited is the backing band for Barry White. They've been sampled a lot of times over the years. They also released tracks as the Love Unlimited Orchestra that are all instrumentals. Let's check the next track.
And when there's Hov, my man. First of all, I want to thank my connect, the most important person with. Oh, what a feeling I'm feeling like. Thanks to the lanes, niggas with bad aim.
It's great to see samples taken from more recent tracks and not just stuff from the 70s and 80s. Puff Daddy was involved with production of 6 of the tracks from that Jay-Z album that came out in the same year as the Denzel Washington film of the same name. The album and the film aren't directly linked though. Let's hear what's up next.
What's the 411, hun?
What's the 411?
I got it going on,
Hey, yo, I
hun.
got it going on, huh?
All my love is all I have.
And my dreams are very special.
All my love is all I have.
And Grand Pool is very special.
Another example of the lyrics and melody being replayed. The main sample from Ohio Players has been sampled a lot of times, including by Ice-T, Fat Joe, EPMD and Naughty by Nature. The Mary J track is one of the earlier productions by Puffy, and it was from a debut album that has sold over 3 million copies to date. Let's hear what's up next.
Remember this, as long as you live and breathe, I love you, Dave.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets.
That there shows why you should always take your samples in stereo. Just by playing the left channel on its own, it's completely removed the vocals. The track appeared on the B-side of the 1995 reissue of the Big Poppa 12-inch. It caused a lot of beef between Biggie and Tupac at the time, as Tupac took the lyrics of the track to mean that he was involved in his shooting in 1994. Puffy has been involved in the production of some huge tracks during his career, and this is just a handful of some of my personal favourites. Drop a comment with your thoughts, and thanks for watching.